All right, let me know if you can hear me now. I was live earlier a few minutes ago, but I got the information that I wasn't audible. Please kindly let me know if you can. Yes, that's it. That's it. All right, okay, I am audible, I believe. All right, if you are there, you can hear me. Let me know so that we can get started again and again. All right, today I'm talking about play. If I believe you didn't hear anything I was saying before, so I'm just going to roll it again. Welcome to Parenting Essentials, and this is the home of key strategies to parenting. All right, can you hear me audibly? Can you hear me? Okay, today I'm talking about play. I'm talking about play. If you are there and you can hear me, I would appreciate you let me know that you can hear me. Play. I've said quite a lot, but I'm just going to roll it again. And I'm sure you didn't know what I said before. It's parenting essentials, and the keys is the home of key strategies for parenting. I was talking about why play for children. What is play to children? And I mentioned about some parents that will never play. They can never play with their children because they even see it as a waste of time. Some people will carry their problems on their shoulders. Those were the things I was saying earlier. They can't even laugh or smile at a joke. Everything must be very serious. But I said something and I said, I'm not here for the adult today. We are talking about the children are growing glory. If you don't want to play as an adult, I advise you to play because it's going to help your mental health. But if you choose not to play, it is totally up to you. But we're talking about children. Why play? Why play? Let's start with what is play to a child? When we talk about play, in regarding children or a child, what is play? Before I go to why play, I am going to be talking about what play is. You have to understand play. I've heard many parents said several times, my child plays a lot. Coach, you don't understand. This child is too playful. We complain a lot. We complain a lot. And I believe why many parents complain about play is because they do not understand what play means to a child. If you are a parent or a caregiver and you sincerely understand what is play to a child, you will not oftentimes complain about your children being too playful. The truth be told. So, what is play to a child? When we talk about play, this is a fundamental activity to a child. It's a fundamental aspect of a child's life, a child's growth. It is very, very essential to their holistic development, not just one aspect of their development, but it is essential to their holistic development. Through play, the children are going to get a lot. Through play, children are going to explore the world. They are going to express themselves also. Through play, sometimes even those they don't have a lot of worth yet, but if you allow children to play, they'll be able to express themselves. They'll be able to understand their world. They'll be able to understand their environment. So play cannot be overemphasized. It is very, very essential when we talk about our children. Can I tell you now that stop complaining about my child plays too much? I'm a certified therapeutic play practitioner, and I can tell you categorically that parents will pay for their children to learn to play. So if your children are playing, can you just be grateful and stop complaining that my children are playing too much? Some will learn, they will pay for them to know what play entails, for them to understand, because this is a fundamental aspect of their life. But I'm just going to roll on. Through play, they're going to get a lot of things. They're going to learn about their surroundings. They get to explore themselves. They get to touch and things like that. That's why I want to start by you understanding what play is. So let's talk about key aspect of play. What are the key aspects? What aspect of play is important to a child? Or what are they going to get via playing? They're going to be doing exploration and discovery. Through play, the child is going to explore. They're going to be having so many discovery. They touch, they look around, they get to explore more. But this aspect is what a lot of parents cannot stand or endure. What are you doing there? Why are you touching this? My child is always touching. Your child is just exploring, doing what a child should do It's a developmental stage. Be grateful. Am I telling you to just allow your child to do anyhow? No. Your job is to put structure. Your job is to teach what your child should do per time. But for that child needs to explore. Because through exploration, the child is going to be having some discovery, and that means the child is growing appropriately. Can't you see that boy? Can't you see my child, my friend's children? They don't even touch anything. They don't even play. I am not saying, because this aspect now, some unskilled parents are going to hold my word and say, now they're saying they don't touch anything. My children can throw. I'm not talking about you not putting structure or allowing them to just play without boundaries. But for them to explore, it is their right. It is part of their growth. It is part of a child growth. They're going to be learning their word. I kind of emphasize that. They need to learn the word that they are in. The play is going to allow them. What sort of play am I talking about? What sort of play is going to help your child to explore or learn the word? One of it is the building blocks. You can arrange the blocks and you just allow them to knock it down. This is going to teach them, it's going to teach them about graffiti. It's going to teach them about balance. Why should I even buy blocks? Why the teacher said go and buy blocks for your children? You don't even know why you're doing those things. But can you just listen and understand? And even though you don't understand these things in full, just do as you are told. You might not understand why, but you will understand it better by and by. Just knocking down blocks, there are quite a lot of things that the children they're going to get from it. It's going to teach them quite a lot of things. Don't wait until they start geography. These things start from early stage. Learning about graffiti and all, balance, for some people, they are very clumsy. I don't want to jump. Some people, they are not even, control and coordinations are not there. So when they play and they knock out things, it's going to help them to learn balance. What else can play help them to do? Imagination and creativity. This is a very big aspect of play. When they play, they learn imagination. They become their imagination becomes so wide. They become creative. Creativity is going to grow. Don't wait until they start drawing something or they start growing. From the little state that they have, allow them to play. What sort of play can help them to improve their imagination and creativity? Such is the pretend play, the role play. But your child is coming to you every time, 3 months in a row. Daddy, can we play? You be the lawyer or be the doctor. I want to be the patient. You will never have time. You don't even know why your child should say, Daddy, lie down. Mommy, lie down. I want to be the doctor and they want to check your heartbeat. These things get you cranky. Please soften up by taking cold water. They need to do pretend play. It is a very important aspect of their development. But you're never busy. You are never free. You are always busy. Oh, can you just go? How can I do that? You are laughing. This, some parents will use it. This my child is drama queen. What is this being a doctor and I'm a doctor? Yes, it is called the pretend play, and it's very, very important to child's development. It is, through the imaginative scenario they're doing, maybe they're cooking, whatever it is, children will create the word. They will create their own words where they can, be. They can be everyone. They can be everything. They can do anything. They can be a lawyer. They can be a doctor. They can be a cook. They begin to imagine. They begin to discover themselves. They begin to know their likes and dislikes. This type of play is going to help them develop their creativity and innovation. I cannot overemphasize this. It's going to help them a lot. Another play that is going to help them, their creativity and imagination, is the storytelling. Some of you as parents, I don't understand. You never get time to tell your children stories. And they want to hear story. And some of our children, if you start, you see how much they're interested. In fact, it can be story about your growing up. What happened to you as a child, your experience in primary sessions, some funny moment that you encounter, some embarrassing moment that you encountered. These are going to help your children to grow. They're going to be able to create their narrative during this play. They begin to tell you also what happened to them when you were not there. This is also going to help them enhance their own language skill. the language acquisition development. It's going to give them the ability to express their complex ideas. Sometimes children, they do have some ideas, but it's a little bit complex, especially when we're talking about early years. But when you engage in storytelling with them, when you engage in role play or pretend play, it's going to help them. It will strengthen, it will enhance their language skill development. What else can they get through play? It's going to help them to be emotionally developed. Emotional expression and regulation. A lot of adults today are struggling with emotional expression and regulation. And these are developmental stage that quite a lot of adults missed or they were not mastered. And that is why you see some children coming to play therapy room because they have missed some certain aspect of this developmental stage. You are in your house complaining, but you don't understand how much this is important to a child. You see adults struggling to express themselves emotionally. It didn't start as an adult. It's because they have missed that stage. They have missed that developmental stage. Some of us are delayed. But when we talk about it now, it's like, what is she talking about? Yes. The fact that we are standing, we don't have any disability, physical disability does not mean that we don't have disability. We cannot express ourselves. We cannot handle our emotions. It's because of these skills that was not mastered. So please allow your children to get these skills early in life. Emotional outlets. Play is going to provide a safe space for your children. A safe space. Play will provide a safe space for your children. Also, building relationship. They can go on a play date. You can have other family friends come over to play. So we are going to teach them how to build relationship. How many of us as adults are struggling to build a relationship? Be truthful to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Except you want to live in denial. Quite a lot of adults are struggling now to build a good relationship because this is a skill that we did not learn or we did not master it. Maybe because our parents did not know how to teach us, or they didn't see how important it was for us to learn building relationship. And many of us are doing the same error the last generation did in the name of protection and safety precautions. So we should not let our children suffer the lack of skill, like our lack of skills. Building relationship will come along when we allow our children to play. Play is the primary way for children to interact with each other, to interact with their peers. They're going to learn sharing. They are going to learn boundaries. Some of them will fight, don't take my things. Yes, it's a stage. But when you perceive, they're going to learn how to share. They're going to learn how to relate. They're going to learn how to be mannered when they are playing with somebody else. It's also going to help them to learn important social skills, such as sharing, cooperation, conflict resolution. Many adults, I go back to adults, even in our marriages, when you have little conflict with your spouse, you cannot resolve it until the whole family are going to sit down. That is a skill that wasn't mastered or wasn't learned as a child. If we do our part as parents, our children are going to live a much better life than we are living. If we teach them these skills early in life, they're going to do much better. This particular aspect, I feel like shouting, I feel like screaming, I feel like letting everybody hear about it. Because we oftentimes we have underestimated the word play when we talk about our children playing too much. I say it many times that play is children's work. You don't want to hear that, right? That's their job, to play. Because to play, they're going to be getting everything they are supposed to get. Social skill. You're adult now. You go to a dinner, official dinner. You cannot even look at your other colleagues and talk to them confidently because that was a skill you lack. You lack a social skill. You cannot share anything in your office. Say, no, don't touch. You're going to flare up. It's not your fault. You're also a victim of another parent. Can we do better not to allow our children to be victims? You can never cooperate with anybody. You are always going to stand and have, you're going to be, you're going to have opposition speech. No, it's a no. Everybody is talking, you just want to stand alone and say something different. Not because what we are saying is much more better or reasonable, but because you lack that skill of cooperation. Can we save our children? You cannot. You cannot talk to your spouse and you don't know only what you did because you lack conflict resolution skill. How can we teach our children early in life? It is through play. You can teach your child all these skills that I'm mentioning through play. It is very, very essential. Let them play. They will start to understand social roles. We talk about pretend play, the role-playing games. They understand social roles. They begin to explore different social roles, relationship. They begin to explore, which is going to help them. They start to understand the social dynamics. They begin to understand. They understand empathy through play. Somebody fell off, or even is a teddy bear, or somebody that is even playing with toys. You see them sometimes their toy is going to fall down, maybe a teddy bear or a Barbie doll, whatever it is. Oh, sorry. Then you just sit there as a parent, you're laughing at your child. Is that not funny? That's not human being. No, the child is doing what a child should do. That is a developmental skill that is growing right there. The child is learning empathy. So don't destroy it. Don't, because of your lack of understanding, lack of skill, lack of knowledge, exposure to what is required at a certain stage of life, just overlook or disregard the child's developmental stage. Also, play is going to help with physical development. Yes. Physical development. How? Let them play, let them exercise. It's going to help them with physical development because that is going to come along with the motor skills. Activity like running, jumping, climbing. Some of you, you don't want reasonable risks. You are not ready for your children to take reasonable risks. When you pay attention to your children early in life, you begin to see which of them like to climb. Maybe they like to climb the dining table and don't go there again. Don't go there. I say always seize the moment. Instead of just saying don't go there again, and the child, so much interested in climbing, why not seize the moment and put that 1 year, 3 months, 2 years to a gymnastic class? Or what is it? Even if it's gymnastic, like my brother will say. Do you understand? Just seize the moment. Play is going to help them with a lot of motor skills. Running is part of life. Even though we are safety conscious, but let them take reasonable risks. They're jumping or shouting, stop jumping. Some jumping is allowed. Climbing is allowed as long as it's a reasonable risk. They begin to learn how to be manipulating small objects. It can be like interstar building blocks. That is going to help them a lot to develop their gross motor and fine motor skills. Yes. When they work with different interstars, different blocks, it doesn't have to be the traditional building blocks. We have quite a lot of interstars, beautiful ones, colorful ones these days. There's so many inventions. When you go online, you search for these toys. These things are good for them. The fine motor skills is not only old pencil. Your child is struggling with fine motor, maybe to handwriting, for example, or your child is struggling to write on a line. But you have sat the child down, you have shouted, don't write like this. This is how to write. This is how to hold your pencil. Please leave the pencil aside and let the child play. Yes. There are quite a lot of play that the child will do that naturally the fine motor skills, the pencil control, the pencil grip will come on naturally. Such as the peg, the clip, the tongue. Let them just explore. Build blocks. 2 fingers pick a block. There are quite a lot that I cannot even say here, but there are quite a lot. And some of these things you don't even have to go and spend money. You can use the things that you already have at home or things that you have in your kitchen. All I'm saying is for you to know that play is important to your child. It is very important. The coordination and the balance is also there. Control and coordination. Space aware. Physical play is going to improve coordination a lot. Your child is always bumping into things. It's going to help. I remember when our children were much younger, Our twins. I remember the little girl then, she was barely 1 and 2 months thereabout. She would like to climb the chair and everything, you know. She would not do anything, but she would just want to go to the highest top. She want to climb. I just took the moment. As soon as she was like 1 year, 6 months, I took her to gymnastics. And I let her know this is for sitting. When you get to your gymnastic class or you see your monkey bars, this is what you do. But parents, we always complain because we lack skills. Physical fitness is good for our children. Not because we are not fit or you are not fit. I try as much as possible to work out, to stay fit. So don't even go there. But because you are not fit, you think, why is he jumping? Why is he doing this? This is a developmental growth. It is required for them to grow. It's going to also, it's going to contribute to their health also. It's going to contribute to keep them healthy. Another thing that play is going to help them is memory and attention. What's the time? Play is going to help them with memory and attention. Games that are required for remembering. There are quite a lot of games. Remembering rules or sequences is going to help them to pay attention. You said your child is always distracted. I think 3 weeks ago I treated focus in the class. And I explained a lot of things that you can do that can help your child to stay focused, both in the classroom setting and at home. One of it is for you to come up with games and activity that is going to help your child to learn focus. There are hundreds of games are online that is going to help your child. They're not just wasting away or playing away, but they are learning the skill that they lack. It's going to help their attention span. Their attention span is going to improve. It's going to help them. Joy and fun is there. They are learning, they are having fun at the same time. Enjoyable moments. They are learning, they are playing at the same time. They are playing, they are learning at the same time. And they come with a lot of resources, and this brings about joy in their mind. They laugh out loud. But you as a parent, you have issues. When your children are playing and they are laughing, you don't know why they are laughing. Because you have already carried all the problem in your shoulder. Please help yourself, because your health also is important. Help your mental health. So whatever I've said is very important to their overall well-being. That's why I was talking about their holistic development. When we talk about play, it is about the holistic development of a child, not just one aspect. So for the strong parent here, the principalities and powers, the way I like to call you, please soften up, because it is very important to their growth. It's very important. Because the play that we're talking about is going to typically drive your children to their own interests, curiosity. If you have been allowing your children to play, it might be structured, but at least with monitoring, not just play away, kicking things around. That's not what I'm talking about here. Structure play, while you monitor the child's interest, while you observe and understand the unique child. You will know that most of the children that have been monitored like that, what they have said they want to be from 1 or 2, they are still saying it at 10 years. Because it was not just an open play that is not structured. It was a play and learning at the same time. So I think I'm going to stop, and next week I'm going to be talking about type of play. There are quite a lot of play, and this play comes with a stage. The appropriate play for a stage and age. When we have this knowledge as parent or caregiver, it is really going to help us to be able to guide our children aright. Not just saying my child is playing too much, coach, my child is jumping on the couch. Some people will tell me, my child like to go on the stairs. Take the advantage. Some children they're going through therapy to be able to climb the stairs. Be grateful. I am not saying become a careless parent, but be skilled enough to be able to take advantage that you might think is a disadvantage from your child. First on the things they can do with those skills that are disturbing you. It seems like you are overwhelmed. You are getting disturbed. Your child is just scattering the house. Such a child, just give an assignment. Go to the kitchen together. You do this, I'm doing it. They will help you. And they're enjoying it. But because you think they're going to disturb your life, So you're just going to put all the pressure on your head. Be skilled. It is very important for you to be skilled before you can be an intentional parent or a vision carrier parent. For the visioners, they understand. We carry the vision with intentionality. So we don't just do whatever we think. Okay, Sarah. No. All right. Type of play. I'm going to continue type of play next week. Pastor Yinka is IT there, sir. Thank you for joining me, sir. God bless you. God bless you. I celebrate grace, sir. It's so amazing to see you here, and I'm not taking you being here for granted. You didn't comment, but I see you there. I see you there. Don't ask me why. Maybe the Holy Spirit tell me, but I know you're there. All right, bye, JJ. Thank you for joining me today. Madam Lalo, thank you for joining me. And my husband, thank you so much for joining me. I don't know who is there on Instagram or Facebook, but I'm just seeing let me just try to see who is there. If there's anyone there on Instagram, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I'm trying to see the comments. All right, I'll just let it slide so that I don't waste your time. All right, okay. Once again, if you see my face for the very first time today, my name is Oye Layo, but you can just call me Oye or Coach Oye for short. And I'm your parenting coach, and this is called the Parenting Essentials. It is coming to you from the Vision Guide every Saturday evening. We sit down together and we remind ourselves or we teach ourselves about everything essential in our parenting journey. And I'll be coming your way next week as I round up about play. I started what is play and why play today. And next week, I'm going to kick off from what type of play and what else we need to know about play. All right, as we go, I want to ask you, what are you doing with your growing glory? This is the gift that God has given to you. What are you doing with them? What are you packaging? What is in your packaging? What is in your package? Because parenting must be intentional. In case you don't know, it must be purposeful. Parenting must be full of vision, and this vision must guide you jealously. Because we say only the vision guide. I'll see you next week by the grace of God. Bye for now and stay blessed. God bless you. Jump into the water. I just dip into the water. I'm talking about